Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to a bit of a different kind of episode of the Odd Vlog. Some of you may have noticed there's no intro video like we normally do, and there'll be no outro video either, and that is because I'm using my GoPro camera and testing a few things out, so it'll be a little bit different, but this is a good way to show you what we call at home the Magic Bookcase. This is basically all of our like Disney collectibles and stuff that we've got from parks, presents, all kinds of different things. So we're going to show you that. And it's also going to be a bit bizarre because we're doing this in one single take on the GoPro. So there's no editing. It's going to be one shot uploaded straight from, hopefully, the GoPro app onto YouTube. So I'm kind of testing it out. So with that said, let's have a look and go straight over to the bookcase. I don't have a huge amount of battery, by the way, so if this does suddenly die out, I do apologize. Also, I know that the sound quality sometimes, if I'm behind the camera on a GoPro, might not be that great. So if you can't hear me, that will be the reason why. So if we go straight to the top shelf, let's see what we have. And we obviously have quite a lot of these traditions collectibles. We really enjoy these. It's something that we quite often will buy like for each other, for like Christmas presents, birthday presents. And we've got quite a few. Also, if you hear a squeak, that is Pip the dog, who is kind of following me around with a squeaky toy in her mouth. So if you can hear a squeak, that's what it is. So we've got Jiminy Cricket, we've got Lady and the Tramp, we've got a Steamboat Willie one at the back there, which is one of my favourites. I just sort of found that really randomly in an antique store. We've got these Mickey tea light holders that we got from Paris. That was actually a wedding cake topper, our wedding cake topper, I should say. And next to it, we've got Belle, who was actually given by me, along with the Cinderella one, as wedding gifts to my wife. So they were actually part of our kind of wedding collection, as it were. This was also a wedding gift that we got too. And then in the middle, we've got this kind of large Snow White one with the Evil Queen at the back and all of the seven dwarfs going around her. It is a complete 360 as well, but I don't think I'll be able to show you the back. We've got her as the Wicked Witch around the back in a sort of slightly different scene, but we always kind of keep it this way around. We've got another Mickey tea light holder, and then behind that we've got a Peter Pan and Wendy and Tinkerbell kind of pulling on her hair, so that's really cool. I like that. We've got Chip and Dale, and of course we have Mickey. Now the interesting thing about Mickey, this particular figure, when I proposed, when my now wife opened up the box, the engagement ring was just like hanging off of his nose as a surprise kind of, will you marry me? So this is a really special ornament for us. It's obviously got a little bit of sentimental value, and yeah, really, really special. So that's definitely got, a huge amount of importance for us. So really with these, it's a combination of like wedding things, presents, Christmas presents, birthday presents, and random finds that we've had. So haven't come from like Disney parks or anything other than the tea light holders that came from Paris. Down here on the second shelf though, this is mostly Disneyland Paris ornaments that we have got together. There's also some mugs down there as well, and some Christmas ornaments that came from the Disney store. So let's have a look at each of them. So we've got over here, I don't know what you'd call it. It's obviously like Sorcerer Mickey, but whether or not it's got like a fountain going on, and then inside there we've got the castle and the water tower from the studios. This one's quite old, so the colouring's gone a little bit weird in the water there. But amazingly, it hasn't lost any of the water inside the actual globe. Sometimes you get like really big air bubbles on these after a while, but this one actually has done quite well. This one I believe was when we went to Disneyland Paris in 2017. It was one that we'd seen in Walt Disney World but didn't get at the time. You've got Pluto kind of hiding behind them as well. Over on the other side, one of the first few that I got, actually, Pirates of the Caribbean's ones. So we've got this one here with Pirate Mickey and Donald and Goofy finding some buried treasure. And then at the back, we've got the ship over there with the same characters again, but with Pluto. And then we've got this little Pirate Mickey ornament as well. So they were really cool. So anything Pirates of the Caribbean related, I absolutely love. So as soon as I saw these, I definitely had to get them. Very much like an impulse buy, but if I see anything Pirates, I just have to have it. So definitely happy with those three. And then coming down, we've got the Peter Pan and Captain Hook one. This one actually plays some music, but I'm not going to attempt to try and lift it up and play it with one hand and one hand on the camera. I don't want to damage anything, but you just have to take my word for it. It's kind of like a music box kind of style. We've got obviously these guys from Cinderella. I can't remember the names. One is Gus, I think, but I can't remember the other one. I can never remember it, especially under pressure. So there we go. But it's really cool. It's just a really nice little ornament. Again, that came from Paris, as did that one, Captain Hook and Peter Pan again. And then there's some Christmas tree decorations that came from the Disney store. I think I actually did an unboxing video of those, so go back and have a look at my channel. You'll find that in the playlist along with this video, so hopefully it should be fairly easy to find. Over on the other side, we've got the Cinderella and Princess Charming globe in their kind of carriage. I think this was an engagement present off the top of my head. So again, a really, really special one for us. And then this one celebrating the 25th anniversary for Disneyland Paris. And when we go this year, in a few weeks' time, it will be to celebrate the 30th anniversary. So it's actually 6 years later, but by the time we go, but they're extending the 30th celebrations into another year, so that's good for us. Behind that, we've got another Mickey. He's got a steamboat Mickey hidden inside his sort of treasure chest there, so really like that one. Got a couple of mugs there as well. Again, one is celebrating the 25th anniversary on the left, and then the one on the right is actually was given to us by Hotel New York when we went there for our first year wedding anniversary. They left that in the room for us, so I really love that mug, which is why it sits in here. It doesn't get used because obviously it's not Hotel New York anymore. It's now the Avengers or Marvel, the Art of Marvel Hotel. So it's kind of a little bit special, that one, just because you can't get it anymore. And then obviously the centerpiece is the castle. Behind that though, first of all, I've got a room spray from Hotel New York. Now, some of you will know Hotel New York just has the most incredible smell. Like, it's so random to say that, I know, but it really does. And you can get it as a room spray. So we had to get it because it's just gorgeous. I don't know how to describe it other than you'll know if you go. And then behind that, there's like a random Coca-Cola bottle. This again was from the 25th anniversary. That was given to us when we stayed there. There's nothing in it. It's been drunk, but we just like the bottle, and it's got a little castle at the bottom, so we've kept it. And then yeah, the centerpiece is the castle. It's very reflective on here. You can see me in the glass, so I'm sorry about that. If I can try just to get a little bit closer and show you some of the details on there. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It just makes such a good center part, and it's just the detail on it is incredible. It's also quite big as well, so obviously it stands out really, really well. But it's just incredible. That's probably my favorite part of the whole bookcase, to be honest with you, just because it's just so special. Really, really just super glad that we managed to get this, because I think by the time we got it, it'd been out for a while, so there weren't many left. So we were very lucky to come away from our last trip with that. Probably expensive, I don't know. I don't really pay any attention to what these things are worth now. I know they're obviously the collectibles, so they're worth something, but it wasn't why we got it. We got it because we loved it, and certainly something that, you know, hopefully we'll have for a really long time. And then on the bottom shelf, not all of it, but most of this stuff came from Florida. This all came from Walt Disney World. So there's a real kind of mixture of stuff. Not everything came from Florida, but most of it. So if we start off over here, might not be able to see it particularly well, but over in the corner there, you've got two collector's cups. I think the one on the right came from, definitely came from the Magic Kingdom. I think that probably would have been Adventureland. I think that it came with like some Dole Whip or a Dole Whip float. And then the one next to it in the middle, that came from Animal Kingdom, and it had like this really, really amazing like jungle juice, like a tropical juice in it. It was really, really tasty, kind of like a slushy drink, really enjoyable. So yeah, got a couple of souvenir cups. Then we've got this one came from Disneyland Paris, the Pirates of the Caribbean souvenir cup, which I absolutely adore. I love this. Was so happy to get that. And then there's a couple of other random bits, like there's a Pirates of the Caribbean chest down there. We've got another mug, which was from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, as was that as well. And when we went to Walt Disney World, it was the 45th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom, so we've got a little baseball there that commemorates that. And we've got just a random Dumbo plushie as well. We've got the Phantom Manor coasters that came from Disneyland Paris, and then we also have the matching Haunted Mansion version from Florida. They've got different names on it, different graves and tombs that they have for the different versions of the ride. So we had to get both sets, especially because that name is actually pretty special, but I won't say why. At the back of that, You can't really see it particularly well. I'm not sure if the batteries work, but let's see if I can get this to light up. It's basically a light box. Oh, it does work. So you can just about make out Mickey in there, and the lights change colour for fireworks going off behind him. I think this was part of a set. There were different ones that you could get. Naturally, you had to get the one with Mickey in it. And if we ever do manage to get back to Walt Disney World, I'll be on the lookout for some more. Try to, just make the collection a little bit bigger for those. Just a really random thing, but just really, really enjoy it. We've also got a Christmas tree decoration there that came from the Magic Kingdom. And then there's also this picture frame that has no picture in it because I just really like the actual background artwork on it. You can probably see more of me in the reflection than you can of what's actually on there, but you've got the Walt Disney Railroad office. And then it's just really cool. I just really like it. And then obviously when you go into the Magic Kingdom, that's what you see at the train station above the train as you're walking into the park. So it's just really cool. It's a really nice piece. In front of that, we've got the Sorcerer Mickey. Huge, great big ornament. This does light up as well. He's got lights kind of in his hat that kind of light up around the shapes. Doesn't do anything else though, but he's just really cool. Just really, really like him. I think that actually just came from the Disney store though. That didn't come from a park. Behind him, we've got the cup that came from the Beauty and the Beast area in Walt Disney World. I think that was from I'll try and pronounce it right, Lefroux's Brew, I think, which was really tasty, kind of like an apple-y slushy drink. And again, just another collector's cup that came with it. And then we've got some Haunted Mansion bits. We've got the music box that came from, I can never remember the name of the store. I think it's Memento Mori outside Haunted Mansion. That came with some collector's cards outside. And we've got a little message on there from Leota. We've also got the Hourglass too, and then a Jack Skellington ornament. And this lights up as well, the little pumpkin on Zero's nose lights